Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, it's blimp season, and blimp business is booming. Of course, we're talking about Dan Peña's blimp and how we're going to get it. I don't know when to stop talking.
We're getting that blimp.
We're getting that blimp. Yeah. Nathan, America, I'm sorry you're seeing so much of my torso today. I just had to call it out up front. Where I live, it's exceptionally hot, and I can either be entirely covered in sweat or you can see my torso. Tell me in the comments which you'd prefer, sweat or torso.
I think the governor actually mandated that when the sun is out must come the guns. So
the guns must come out.
It was something like that.
I would like
not
it
as
even
catchy.
more
if it was like, yeah, a little snappier. Like,
yeah. I would like it better if all laws were put into rhyme format. If the sun doth come out, then the guns must come out. Forsooth. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. Sunneth out, gunneth out. Yeah. So if you're tuning in for the first time, which chances are you probably are if you stumbled across this, if the YouTube algorithm has pointed you out as some kind of unhinged individual who wants should consume media like this, welcome. This is Nathan and Landon Do Business. It's a business podcast where we sell business ideas to the best and brightest in business in America. And I am Landon. And with me, as always, he's the one, the only regional dairy case manager of Kroger. It's Nathan.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. How's the Kroger dairy case?
It's slippery and chilly, I'll tell you that.
Slippery
a lot of
and
spilled
chill.
milk that I refuse to cry over.
So here's a question for you. When you encounter someone who has spilled milk and they are crying, how do you convince them to cease crying over said spilled milk?
Crotch punch. Don't even think about it.
just a jab right to the junk.
I'll give you something to cry about, as my father used to tell me.
Exactly. You know, not a lot of people know that. It was when parents would say, I'll give you something to cry about. More often than not, they're referring to a crotch punch.
Yeah. That was always like on the menu. So
the child abuse menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not here to talk about punching our children in the crotch today. Not this week, anyways. That's next week.
Yeah, we got a great business idea around crotch punches.
Exactly.
That's a teaser for next week.
I'm in the crotch punching business, and business is booming. Who wouldn't shell out a $50 for a crotch punch? They'd be lining up around the block.
If you got a crotch, I'll punch it for $20.
I'm a master at work. I don't give this out for free. Are you kidding?
I'm an artiste.
Just shell out $20 and you'll understand.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
Once you get the full paid for crotch punch experience, there's no going back.
Yeah, you'll never go back to that free crotch punch that the kids are so fond of.
Exactly. Goddamn millennials. But yeah, in any case, we've been on a grand tour, Nathan, of following up with some of our most successful business enterprise pitches. And I can't speak English today. I apologize. It's going to be really rough for me. So, but we sent a note to the CMO of Applebee's last week. We sent a note to on our bar for bartenders idea, which I'm really excited about. I think this is going to be the one, the one idea that we sell.
That'll take off.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. I can just picture the CMO of Applebee's. He looks at our presentation. He gathers his board of directors. They're sitting in a room with bated breath and on a chalkboard. He just writes in big letters, poison.
And then in smaller letters underneath it, in parentheses, Batman.
Yeah. Or He writes out poison on the chalkboard, pauses a beat, and then turns the S in poison into a dollar sign. And then he just dusts his hand off.
Yeah.
Poison, Batman. No, of course. This needs no further explanation. I was thinking about this. 98% of our business pitches feel like they were written under like a Benadryl-induced hallucination.
Well, you're welcome, subscribers, because that's the Nathan and Landon guarantee.
Exactly. You're not sure if we imagined it or hallucinated it. Either one could be true. But I feel like the pitch that I'm most proud of, our most oft-referenced pitch, I feel like, was our outreach to Dan Peña. I had completely forgotten what we were even pitching him on. And I went back and I saw we were threatening to flood his castle with ghosts.
I totally forgot that too, actually. I was trying to think, like, why did we bother him? The ghosts, yes.
The ghost crypt. I'm not even sure what. Oh yeah, the business idea was we were going to become like a for-profit purgatory. We were going to strike a deal with Business Jesus to house the ghosts of the damned in Dan in his castle. So, and our side grift on that one was it was almost an extortion racket where we would, that's what it was. The ghosts were our for-profit mercenary army, where we would unleash them on people and extort them for goods and services. We wanted Dan Peña's blimp, but he didn't give it to us, probably because we were unsuccessful in procuring the ghosts.
Yeah, we need to set up another meeting with Business Jesus and get that sorted. So.
I know. Dan Peña, he wasn't born yesterday. When someone threatens him with ghosts, he's like, how bad could it be? Bring it. And he was probably just waiting for the ghosts. When they never came, he was like, F those jokers.
Yeah.
And just moved on with his day. But I think we should follow back up with Dan Peña, even if we, even just despite our lack of success in procuring ghosts. I think we should check in and get that blimp.
For sure.
So I got something I want to show you really quickly. So I was doing some research because I want this to be a home run, our next outreach to Dan Peña. So I was trying to figure out like what's important to Dan Peña, what's going to push his button, so to speak. And I stumbled across this. This is some quizzes on Dan Peña's website that boldly ask the question, do you have what it takes to become super successful? Do you, Nathan?
I guess we'll find out.
Yes. So here's 3 different tests that we can take to know if we have the drive and the will to take. Oh my God, Dan Peña, calm down.
Dan.
Change your life forever. Well, the one thing I know is I'm not sure he has the drive to spell correctly because I see he has the snowflake sans the W. So
the snowflake.
Yeah. Snowflake. Yeah.
He also alternatively spells it as 1 word or as 2.
Exactly.
He's not quite sure, but
yeah. I'm also not sure behind the capitalization of super success. Is that like a Dragon Ball Z state where it's like you can go Super Saiyan and super success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really bothered by his font that points of the ends like extend above and below the line in his name up top, Dan Peña. Like, I don't like that at all.
No, it looks droopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan.
That's some old man droop right there.
It is. Wouldn't it be funny if it's like the portrait of Dorian Gray, where like he doesn't get older, but his logo does? As the years go by, it becomes more grizzled, but Dan is just as virile as ever, boxing people in his garage.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell. Yeah. So Nathan, which one of these tests do you want to take first? I assume you want to take one of these tests.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think the obvious answer is the snowflake test.
I'm so glad you said that. I got it teed up right here. Oh, he spelled it right here. Are you a weak snowflake? Are you raising snowflakes? Answer at your own peril. All right, let's go. Stranger says your significant other has a big ass. Oh my God.
That's also
He's
not a
going.
complete sentence.
I know that's not a question. Stranger says your significant other has a big ass. Okay, so you engage the stranger via dialogue. You immediately punch the person in the face. You start to talk shit and curse the stranger regardless of the risk. You avoid trouble and walk away. Where's the accept the compliment button? That's what I'd like to know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I was like, no, you say damn right.
Exactly. High five.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems like the incomplete, but I don't know. Let's see here. What's the answer we want? Let's avoid trouble by walking away because I feel like that's the answer Dan doesn't want us to give.
Well, I think also engaging in a high five is essentially a dialogue. So that's
Yeah,
I feel like the closest to our actual answer.
perfect. Let's engage the stranger via dialogue. Great. What would you do if a stranger spit on you or your significant other? What the hell? What kind of quiz
Yeah.
is this?
This is what happens to Dan Peña every day. That's why he asks this.
I
You know how
know.
when you're walking down the street and people spit on you?
No, Dan Pena. I
Yeah, this
don't
is a
think
Dan Peña specific problem.
I know. Have you ever been spit on?
Never in my life.
Me either. Why would I prepare for this?
Just strangers spitting on you.
Where do you live? Okay, so you spit back and start a brawl. You try to talk sense into the stranger for doing the misdeed. You walk away and avoid trouble. Um, hmm.
I think spitting back is a pretty disgusting answer.
Yeah, I agree.
So I wouldn't spit back. But I do like the phrase doing the misdeed.
I know. That sounds like a really awful sex move from the 1920s or the
Yeah.
aughts. Yeah. I wouldn't, if someone were to spit on me, I would assume they have some kind of mental disorder or some kind of
Yeah.
condition. I would just walk away because, you know, that seems to be the most sensible thing to do. It's like, you stand to win nothing from escalating that.
Yeah. Getting in a spitting contest for this deranged stranger, that's a pretty snuff-like move, if you ask me.
It's a snowflake move. All right, I'm going to say we walk away. Are you tough enough? Are you? Are you, Nathan?
We're weak man babies. Wah.
How about maybe?
Seems like a good middle ground.
Yeah, maybe. There's always somebody tougher, Nathan.
Yeah, there's no context given here.
Yeah. Would you run towards gunfire as a first responder? Yes, and kill every person you see. This is like middle-aged man wish fulfillment.
It really is. Like, yes, I'm a deranged psychopath.
I know. I wonder if I'm going to be put on a watch list by
Yeah.
filling this out. Yes, and kill every person you set eyes on. Yes, but I would make sure to take precautions to avoid being shot. No, because I don't want to die.
So
Well,
the answers are yes, including innocent bystanders.
now's my chance.
If I heard gunfire, I would drop a tactical nuclear weapon on the situation. Kill them all
I
and
mean,
let business Jesus sort them out.
exactly. Then we'll turn the resulting ghost loose in Dan Pena's house and
Yeah.
get his blimp. I mean, hypothetically, if I'm a policeman and I'm a first responder, I would have to approach danger. But it seems like this is like, of course, I'm going to follow correct protocols to make sure I avoid being shot and return fire.
Yeah, policemen have like rules and stuff
Yeah,
and like bulletproof vests and things like
exactly. Yeah. And I don't think they would train the police to kill every person they set eyes on. Woman pushing a stroller. You're dead. Wrong
yeah.
place, wrong time. Yeah, I think this is the right one.
Yeah, in the very specific scenario where we are first responders,
I know.
would you do
Yeah,
your job? I mean, yeah, that's why they pay you. So
of course. Yeah. Okay. Which would you rather be like? Zuckerberg, Jocko. Who's Jocko?
I have no idea. That's what I was just wondering.
I wonder if that's Michael Jackson.
No, I think it's like a mascot for a jock itch like powder company.
Jocko.
Jocko the clown.
Hey, I'm Jocko. My crotch is itchy. Buy my powder. Um, Zuckerberg, Jocko. I'm gonna Google this. Who is Jocko? Oh, is that him?
I've never heard of this guy, but I do not want to be like him.
No. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would have to imagine this is who he's talking about. But yeah, no. Zuckerberg, Jocko, Dan Peña, Obama, Donald Trump.
What is a
Hmm.
DSP after his name?
Demand side platform. It's advertising technology.
Deluded sociopath.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
how Dan Pena sees himself.
Yeah. Deluded sociopath. Dirty, stinking pervert. Um, I don't know, Nathan. This is kind of an arbitrary list, but I'm sure it's going to reveal something about our personality. To what's the snowflake answer? Obama?
Well, Dan Pena, as far as we know, has a blimp. So I do want to be a blimp owner.
That's true. We want to be like you, demand side platform. Okay. Would you want your kids to be like you? Yes, I want them to be like me and follow my examples. Is this in a scenario where I have multiple examples to follow? Yeah. No, I want them to be better than me. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think screw my examples. I want them to be better.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want the next generation to be better?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this is the snowflake answer, though. We don't know.
I always say yes. I say that I want my kids to be better than me because they have better parents than I did.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
mom does not like that joke.
You got no excuse, kids. You leveled up in the parent game. That's true. Okay, we're into the real stuff here now, Nathan. Would you change to be more alpha?
Um, it's very unclear on what that means. Like, does that mean eating more alphabet cereal? Because I could stay to eat more alphabets.
Yeah, I agree. Here's my problem with alphabets. Didn't alphabets always feel like it was Lucky Charms minus the marshmallows?
That's true. It did.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, I was being forced to learn to read while eating cereal without marshmallows in it. Um, that said, not a bad cereal. I would eat it. So yeah, I would change to get more alphabets.
You could always just. This is actually a thing I've looked up. You can buy like huge bags of freeze dried marshmallows for like dirt cheap, and
We
you can
did
make
that.
anything marshmallowy.
We did that. I was diabetic within 3 weeks. It was an exceptionally bad choice. But
Yeah, but what a ride.
what a ride. Yeah. My kidney function, I don't even care. I had such a great month.
Yeah, who needs it?
What if this is a weird his use of punctuation is really creative and quite liberating. So,
Yeah.
what if any sacrifice would you make to toughen up? Would you sacrifice your family to toughen up, Nathan?
Well, if the Punisher has taught us anything, that apparently will toughen you up.
It will. Yes. It's a one-way stop to mercenary one-way trip to mercenary drive. Um, would you sacrifice your family, your friends, your significant other, everyone?
That's like going back to killing everyone in sight. So
Yeah. This seems to be like the sociopath quiz, I feel like. I'm just gonna say everyone.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm also wondering how long this is gonna go on for.
yeah.
This is a serious quiz. All right, Nathan, what's your biggest regret? Let's see if this covers the whole full range of human emotion here. Not seeing myself become more successful in life, not being able to say my farewells to my family, friends, or others, or significant others who died, losing my significant other, losing my family or friends.
You know, a regret has to take place in the past.
Yeah.
And like I haven't seen my family or friends or significant other in the last like half hour. Is this like a threat? Did Dan Pena murder my family while I was on this call?
It's entirely possible. Should we pause the recording so we can check on our families really quickly?
Just to make sure you guys still alive.
Is Dan Pena in there murdering you? Is Dan Pena forcing you to charge towards a first responder situation? um, I don't know. Let's just pick a random one. What's the most snowflake answer you think, Nathan?
I
Me.
think he's trying to pitch us something, and so saying you wish you'd seen more success in your life. That's probably the answer. He's like, yeah, this will get him.
Let's do that one. Oh my goodness. Is your dad weak or a pussy? Oh my goodness. Um, yes, because he was not a good example for me growing up. No, because he disciplined me well, educated me how to survive in a tough world. Maybe, not sure. I'm still trying to work this out through journaling.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe not sure. I'm not gonna overthink this one.
yeah. Does anyone really know their father?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what my father asked to put on his tombstone. His first name, last name, and underneath beloved husband, father, and pussy. Yeah. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Nathan, growing up, were your tough acts applauded? When, when you entered tough man competitions, did your parents applaud you?
Yeah.
Did you pull a dump truck with a chain in your teeth?
Again, like a little spell check action would really benefit Dan Pena before he published these things. As my parents say,
As my parents say, life is a tough pitch. Yep. I'm going to pick that one
yeah,
just for spelling alone. Were you taught that failure is an option? Well, of course, Dan Peña.
yeah.
In what world is
Obviously, in any competition, like there are winners and losers. Like it's always an option.
exactly?
You try to avoid it, but obviously it happens.
See, this is the thing. Like, I'm sure Dan Peña is the person who like just derides participation trophies. When statistically, odds are you're not going to win every competition.
Yeah.
Failure is going to be an option.
And
Oh goodness.
honestly, failure is how you learn and grow. So failure is often the best option when you're starting out.
Completely. Yeah. Yeah, I was taught that, Dan Peña. Sorry, I'm snowflake. Are your buddies' mates considered snowflakes or weak? Yes.
Too many slashes there.
Have you ever been in a physical fight? I've been in an emotional fight.
I've been in lots of rap battles, if that counts.
Yep. I've been in some I've engaged in some hurtful dances before.
That's
So
pretty
yeah,
physical, I'd say.
I'd say a hurtful dance counts as a physical fight.
Yeah.
Did your parents physically discipline you? At this point, are most these quiz responders crying? Have they broken down emotionally yet?
Yeah. He's really trying to hit that note like a bad therapist.
Did your dad hit you? Good. All right. Did your dad serve in the military? Mine didn't. Did yours, Nathan?
No, have to go back to
Uh,
grandfathers for that.
yeah, me too. All right. Do others consider you a weak snowflake baby? I
I think
don't
it's
care, Dan.
the trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
The don't care. That's
I
that's the
don't
real
care.
tough answer.
Exactly. Are you embarrassed of your parents? I'm trying to do the Dan Pena voice now. Yes, because they did not achieve much in life. Um, I think maybe is a good answer.
How about yes, because they've become way too conservative in their older years?
Yeah. Yes, because they're QAnon lunatics.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm embarrassed my parents. Are you how far down the line are we gonna go here?
Yeah.
Nathan, are your siblings considered snowflakes or weak?
I followed Danny Payne's advice and killed my siblings.
I considered for Thanksgiving a first responder situation. So I
Yeah.
charged in and killed everyone on my line of sight.
It was a massacre.
No jury in the world would convict me. Were you taught that your country was worth dying for? Um,
You notice
Maybe.
this is a .co.uk, so he's ostensibly referring to the United Kingdom.
I was taught that to fight and die for the UK. So yes. Are your parents embarrassed by you? Are your parents' friends embarrassed by you? Yeah, of course my parents are embarrassed by me.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Do you understand spare the rod and spoil the child and you implement it? What the hell does that mean, Dan Pena? I don't understand this statement at all.
Yeah, grammar's not his strong suit.
Yeah,
Being a
this is
trillion-dollar man is.
I know. You don't need spelling and punctuation to be a $1 trillion man. Oh
We
no!
win.
I'm a hopeless case. I am a snowflake, and if I have kids, they're at irreversible risk. Oh no. Well, I think now that we got our toehold here to write Dan Pena that we're snowflakes and
Yeah.
we need help.
And we can watch all his YouTube video.
Watch all my YouTube video and consume all my free stuff on my site. Let's see where
I
this
really
goes.
hope that it only leads to one video. Watch all my video.
All my one video. Oh God. Oh, well, this is great. That took a long time. So let's
Yeah,
see.
way too in depth.
It did. Do your cousins think you're a snowflake? Yes, Dan Pena. I wonder
Could
what the
you
score is.
could you beat your cousins in a physical fight?
If your deranged nephew spit on you in a gunfight, would you spit back or shoot first? Oh God. Okay. So here's what we wrote to Dan Pena the first time. I think this was one of the first times we relied on Derek. So I'll do another dramatic read because I really enjoyed doing that. And if anyone out there watching this does not like my dramatic readings, you're a snowflake. I didn't mean that. You're not really a snowflake. Okay. Dear Dan, we, Nathan and Landon, have been following your impressive business career and obsessions with blood and stuffed bears. We believe that you might be interested in an offer you can't refuse. Firstly, could you please be so kind as to share some tips for lair maintenance? Our own is falling apart, and we could use the advice of a successful lair owner such as yourself.
That's nice.
That's very nice. Yes. Nice way to smooth into things.
Yeah.
We have also become aware of your fear of the afterlife and understand that you may have done things you are not proud of. As such, we would like to offer you a way out of this mess. We recently met with Big Business Jesus, who has kindly agreed to give us access to 1.5 million hosts of purgatory. If you fail to comply with our request, we will release these spirits, and they will be free to cause you all sorts of chaos and misery. However, if you agree to the terms we propose, we will leave you alone. This isn't even a business pitch. This is extortion.
Yeah, it's just straight up extortion.
Namely, we are requesting access to your blimp, which we assume you own, our own room in your castle, or air furnished with or furnished. We had a typo in there. That's why I didn't call it right as back.
Ah, my bad.
Damn it, Derek. Or furnished with an air hockey table and some kick-ass guitars. All the dirty secrets you have on other business people. A bunch of hats commissioned from your private haberdashery. 25 of your $50 billion. And last but not least, for you to box me. We understand that you have a well-defended castle rumored to be haunted. However, our ghosts are far superior, having the backing of big business Jesus himself. Trust us when you say when we say that you don't want to challenge ghosts with that level of support. We hope that you will take our offer into consideration and agree to our terms. Please do the right thing, Dan. Let's avoid any unnecessary paranormal chaos. Best regards, Nathan Landon. Lastly, I'm really hoping you'll box me. I'm a big, weak baby. We love to be pummeled at your mighty bear murdering hands.
You
This is
can tell
great.
that it was Derek assisted though, because it's a little less unhinged than some of our other letters.
Yeah.
He tries to like make a coherent letter, which doesn't quite give it the same zing as our handwritten letters. So,
Yeah. Derek reined it in quite a bit for us. He kept it on a
yeah,
nice linear path. Even though this wasn't a business proposal, this was a threat.
yeah.
So let's write up another letter. Let's see here. Okay. Dear Dan, it has come to our attention that we are hopeless snowflakes.
Yeah. Snowflakes.
No, that's not the way I want to spell it, Google. There we go. We recently took your online quiz and received a score of 10 on a scale of unclear balance. Wait, on an unclear snowflake rating scale. That was the thing I wasn't sure about was 10 out of what?
Yeah.
Score 10. Okay. By like 10 snowflakes. Okay.
Yeah. Even worse, our children will what did it say?
Even worse,
Irrevocably,
there,
irreversibly. There you go.
yeah, even worse, sounds like our children are in danger of becoming irreversibly damaged by our snowflake ways.
Irreversibly snowflaked.
Irreversibly snowflaked. Dan, we're begging you. We need your help. We're
You're the
sorry
only
we
man who
threatened
can
you.
help us.
Yeah.
You're the only $1 trillion man who can help us.
Only $1 trillion. Now, maybe we go hat in hand and apologize. We're sorry for threatening you with ghosts. We were fools. Think we could intimidate the mighty Dan Peña with a legion of restless spirits we leased from business, Jesus.
I think we need a subordinate clause there. The mighty Dan Pena, um, who has spent his life defending himself from the spittle of strangers.
Strangers who compliment his wife's ass. That is a really powerful sentence. Let me see if it reads okay. We were fools to think we could intimidate the mighty Dan Peña, who has spent his life spending his. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
I think
Spending
defending
himself.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the spittle of strangers who compliment his wife's ass with a legion of restless spirits we leased from business, Jesus. That is solid. That is some solid letter writing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, we're ashamed to admit that should we find ourselves under a hail of gunfire, acting as a first, we would follow police protocol and not murder everyone
That's what I was going to say.
within our line of sight. That
That is shameful.
is shameful. Yeah. Rest assured, we are hanging our heads in shame.
We're ready to change.
We are ready to change,
Follow the Dan Pena method
even if it
to
means
super success.
sacrificing our entire family to the altar of Dan Peña. You don't know. You don't want to know who we would murder. you, you don't want to know who we would murder in order to be just like you. Actually, that is kind of, I don't want to make it seem like it's a threatening email. I don't
Yeah.
want to be put on a list. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put this down here. There we go. All right. So we need his help. We'll do anything you ask. Just please reply to this email and give us step-by-step instructions on how we can be badass alpha males. We
For
already watched
instance,
all.
for instance, maybe we could do some routine maintenance on your blimp.
Yes. You could even spit on us and shout insults as we do it. As we, I don't know, as we fix the blimp wires or whatever they're called.
And maybe take it out for a short spin.
Yeah. Then maybe later we can take it out for a short spin. And try and find active shoot. Try to find let's see, some kind of gunfire to charge into.
Yeah. And spit upon.
Heck, we could even spit on the on the shooter.
We've really taken your lessons to heart.
Yeah. As you can see, we've really taken your lessons to heart. Please open your heart and your blimp garage to us. You really want to make things right. Right with you. And become the heartless business success. And become heartless robber barons.
Super successful robber barons.
Yes. And become
With capital
heartless,
S's.
super successful robber barons. Just like you. Open your heart and your blimp garage to us. This is great. Okay, please write back. We love you. Kissing sounds. Your brothers in Christ, Nathan and Landon. Okay, this is terrific. All right. All right, so I got an email set up for Dan Peña here to his assistant.
Perfect.
Let me go ahead and pull this, copy this over here. Let's see here. What should the subject line be? We're sorry, Dan. Please forgive us.
Please forgive these poor snowflakes.
These poor snowflakes. All right. I think this is great.
Yes, we're definitely getting that blimp now. They'll never see it coming.
There's some routine maintenance on your blimp. So long, suckers. Oh, God. That was great. Okay, I'm going to press send right now. Okay, great. Well, oh, Nathan, I'm feeling really good about what we've done here today.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like this is really going to make a difference in the life of Dan Peña and on our lives. So write it down on your calendar. I'm going to do the same thing on my calendar right now. I'm going to write down that today is my last day as a snowflake.
Yeah, we're not going to snowflake anymore.
No, I don't want to be a snowflake no more. And I give ourselves at least 6 weeks before we're blimp owners on the run. You know,
Yeah.
there's no way the UK is going to extradite us, like,
No.
or try to get us back. Like, the US, we got that blimp. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Once we get our hands on that blimp, there's nothing he can do about it.
Exactly. Good luck, man. Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
just
there's no
stand
way
there
that...
like impotently raging with shaking his fist at the sky, which was always kind of the goal.
Exactly. I murdered a bear, you jerks. I punched a guy that spit on me. People are spitting on me constantly. That's why I got that blimp, to be above the spitting masses.
Yeah, that quiz is a fun little window into the day-to-day life of Dan Peña. So,
Yeah. It just reminded me of so the comedian John Hodgman. The reason why he says he doesn't like those zombie apocalypse shows is because it's like old white dad wish fulfillment, where it's like society's falling apart and now I can kill people with a crossbow.
I heartily agree with that.
Yeah. And I feel like Dan Peña kind of wants that too. So,
Yeah.
crossbow owners, tell us in the comments how offended you are by my joke. Um,
Smash that dislike button.
yeah. Tell me how big of a snowflake I am. All right. Well, Nathan, as always, thank you for coming on this journey with me and learning about how big of snowflakes we are.
It's been a
Um,
pleasure.
I think next week, let's get back to business. Let's come up with a grift, a new flim to flam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get after
Gotta
it.
gotta stretch those business muscles again.
Exactly. I'm going to come with a mesh tank top next time so y'all can see my nipples.
I can't wait.
It'll give us more business energy.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
That's how I brainstorm.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who are watching, all 20 of you, thank you so much. Thank you so heartily. Smash the dislike button. Tell bad things about us to your friends and relatives, and stay sexy. And we'll see you next week.